Hello, hello, and welcome back to another round of First to Worst. I will be your host yet again, Dragon on your shirt, and here in the commentator booth with me, we've got Hoyt.
Hello.
All right, and today we are going to be running Eps versus the Pyromaniac. It is Pyromaniac, right?
Yes, that's how you say it.
Perfect. I'm gonna say it like that every time now.
Good, because
Exactly
if I
that
had
way.
to pronounce all those numbers, we'd be here for a while. Gentlemen, eat those hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Will load any minute now.
Uplink
Wait.
successful. Target system detected. Take it.
Yep, you can open your case when you get in.
Yep, just start rolling your weapons.
Yeah, I'll go with this. I'm keeping this. That's a
right.
no-brainer.
Ooh,
That's
what
a
is it?
0 reroll on Eps.
What'd you get? I can't see. I'm blind.
I got the 590.
Uplink successful.
Hell yeah.
Target system detected.
Well,
Take it.
Lady Luck smiles upon me the last time before I fail.
Okay, I'm re-rolling.
Okay, that's one
Pyro
reroll on
re-rolling.
Pyro.
Honestly,
What'd you get?
I don't blame you.
Yeah, that's not a wrong reroll there.
what did they get? I'm curious.
The 22
LCR
revolver.
22.
Take it.
Oh, why didn't you go with that one? It would have been fair.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna re-roll again.
All right.
Pyro, not a big iron enjoyer. That's okay though.
I'm not big on the idea of a
Uplink
gate loading
successful.
revolver against auto-loading
Target system
handguns.
detected.
It's all
Take
good.
it.
I think I'll stick with the Model 700.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well,
I'm gonna
gentlemen,
shut off my mic.
any final words for each other or for the chat before we send you off?
Good luck, have fun.
Likewise.
I'm not gonna shut off my mic so I don't get your entire stream demonetized.
Yep. Gentlemen, good luck on your runs.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yep.
All right.
Get out of here.
All right, they are deafened and running.
Perfect. Let me just go ahead and do some audio leveling. Push
Oh,
dead
they are
buttons.
both zoomy players. Look at them go. These are
Man,
some-
we
some
love our
quick
zoomers.
guys.
We love our zoomies up in here. I don't know.
Mhm.
There's a joke in there.
I'm not sure,
Well,
but
either
I'll take
way-
your word for it.
Either way, they're definitely honestly, I wonder what our fastest run through H3 is. I feel like we
Oh,
should
you
be
mean like the tournament? Which one ended fastest?
Yeah, I feel like that's something worth keeping track of. Who
I mean,
got the
so far it would
fastest
be
time?
yours, I suppose.
That don't count.
Ooh, we got a nice head slice there with the kukri
Ooh, we
coming
love
out of Pyro.
we love some melee. We love some wiener whacking up in here.
Oh, playing with his food here, tossing him about.
Is that what they are?
Getting
Is that what
free
SOSIGs
gun.
are? Do you call it fighting food? Food fighting?
I don't think that's wrong.
It really isn't. But here's the question though: are SOSIGs actually edible? Like I know they're filled
Ooh.
with mustard and they're hot dogs and everything, but like, can you imagine how old they must be?
Are they like the gingerbread man? Like, because you eat the gingerbread man, right? When you catch him?
Yeah, but if the gingerbread man has been, bumping around for a while, he's going to be all old and stale and might have a bunch of like dirt and other stuff just caked up in there.
Override
There must be different aged SOSIGs. They didn't all get jammed in the casings at the same time.
And sometimes you might have those SOSIGs that just spend their whole time living in their living in a basement, just kind of, not showering or anything, just being gross.
Hmm.
Totally not trying to call anybody out.
Hold this position.
Either way, looks like both of our contestants have decided to pop into their hold at about the same time.
Ooh, Pyro already taking a shot here. Now he's deciding to use the red dot.
All right, the stacks are up for
Looks like
Eps. He's already got 3. All right. Ooh, got just one more hiding underneath the balcony for Eps, and that is it for the first hold for Eps.
Now
to see what
we
Pyro-
see Epps getting through his hold and his clear much faster than Pyro.
Ooh,
There,
man.
Pyro's having a lot of trouble with that bolt action and aiming it.
He managed though. He got a few nice encryption slaps there at the end.
The next system knows
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for those, like, if it's gonna be a encryption slap with a gun specific, no, it still works. I was gonna go back to talking about how we need some slap effects and the highlights for that.
Hey, I've got something to talk about. Hey,
What's up?
did you see the latest devlog from H3 at the end? Ooh,
I did not.
Epps taking a shot there. Anton is trying out the new dev dog where he eats a weird hot dog every episode, and the first one was a peanut butter jelly dog. Would you eat the peanut butter jelly dog?
No.
No, I've eaten the peanut butter jelly dog, and I gotta say, it's pretty good. It gets the Hoyt stamp of approval. It, like, all of the flavors kind of like melts together into like a one mega flavor. It's very like weird.
Pyro getting some stealth kills, straight up Metal Gear sausage up in here.
override token found.
All right, looks like Epps is buying the
Getting-
shotgun.
The shotgun, the 2-point tube-fed shotties. Getting himself the 1014. Not too bad. Honestly,
Looks like, yeah, I like that one. I'll take
honestly,
it.
I
I'll take
always
2.
wonder if you have the 590, is it still worth getting the semi shotties?
I think it is, so you don't have to pump it and lose your target every time you pump.
Well, you mean to tell me you don't have practice with the pumping, Hoyt?
I have so much practice pumping my arm forward and back dragon, but I still, spanners can pump a shotgun and keep it on target at 100 meters. It's the most impressive thing, one of the most impressive things that I've ever seen in this game. But I cannot maintain target when I pump a pump action.
So you can get up to speed, but you can't keep it on target.
That's right.
Well, either way, innuendos aside, Epps has stepped into his first
Innuendo. What are you talking about?
Nothing. I ain't talking about nothing. We're getting off
Good.
track. We're getting off track here, Hoyt. You get focus on the contestants, God damn it. Epps is in the
Places.
second hold in substation. He just got through his hardens here. Time to
Ooh,
see
and
how he
Epps
handles
looks like
the,
he's got some great encryption placements here. They're all right there.
honestly, yeah. For them
Look at that,
swarms,
1,
that
2,
should be
3.
a quick swarm.
All
I
on the
hope he
same
gets.
screen.
I hope we see some one taps. There is nothing more satisfying than a one tap on a swarm.
It looks like Pyro's
one
finally
tap.
done wading through
Encryption.
a river of mustard to get to this hold.
Epps
He was really
getting,
chopping everybody
a
to
one
pieces.
tap on the first and a bunch of double taps on the second. But while that was going on, Pyro went ahead and stepped into the second hold himself over here in Substation. Looks like he did a little shopping and got the spas.
Yeah,
Honestly, I love getting the spas out of that pool.
it's fun.
All right, and he's already got his 3 hardens. He's got 4 and 5. Not too shabby.
I don't think he got as good of a placement as Epps did on his hardens.
Honestly, it kind of feels like as far as speed goes, they're about 50-50, but I think this might just come down not as a matter of speed, but a matter of who gets hit the less. Or the
Yeah, we
least.
might be there. I know Epps got hit between holds, but a Pyro took a shot in his first hold. So,
Honestly, that might have to be a question that I start asking people who just get absolutely Swiss cheesed. Ask them if they think they would have gotten a better score just base pure if it was just sheerly off of speed.
but it's not. We have to try and go hitless, everybody. Try and not get shot in the game with the guns. Seems like it makes a bit of sense. I don't know.
What? You mean to tell me I don't get the God mode? Alright,
Well,
looks like,
that's
looks like Pyro has lost his swarm over here.
ooh,
Ooh, switching to
going for
a
the Sosa gun that he picked
Not
up
too bad.
earlier.
And there goes the swarms for Pyro. And it looks like in the meantime, Epps has been doing some shopping, getting a single point bolt action, getting the AWM.
Now,
Wait,
it looks like he's not throwing it away, so maybe we'll see him use
do you
it.
know what AWM stands for?
Awesome weapon machine.
I mean, it could stand for that too. Nah, what it really means is it means a wasted moron.
Get him. I bet anybody getting shot with that thing feels real insulted if that's what it stands for.
Well, either
We
way.
have
Ooh,
Hyro trying to lure some Sosigs to his position by
wow, I think that is
blasting
the
the
second
floor with a
time we've
Sosa
seen
gun.
someone bait the Sosigs. That was some
Yeah,
fun
we're seeing a lot
little
of
yo-yo
Sosig
shtick he was doing
trying to
there.
pick up whatever garbage is on the floor to try and lure the Sosigs over.
All right. Well, while that's going down, Epps has stepped into their third hold. Time to see what they do.
The library.
Yeah, the library, the wall
Hey,
berry.
It's got library up on the wall there, man. You can read it. That's it's not called
Oh yeah.
wall
Hey,
berry.
hey! I read. There's one
Ooh,
book in the
that's taking a
library,
hit.
and I read it like 3. That sounds like some like schizo stuff right there.
Advancing to next system link.
Exactly. Where are the books?
Analyzing system.
Epps did take a shot there, so he's not hitless in this hold.
Honestly, I do be curious to see what kind of score they get based on, because they have been making a good pace here, but they've also been taking some hits. So this could be just a raw, just raw speed skill here. Could be interesting. All right, the swarm is up. All right. Ooh, Epps getting some solid, some really good like
Under fire,
single shot
going for
kills
the-
here. And there goes the swarms for it. Ooh.
Oh wow, a grenade
Fucking
tag
grenades, dude.
after that.
What fucking asshole decided to buff those?
Analyzing
I do like that.
We got some language coming out for Epps. I can't believe it. He's normally so mildly spoken.
For buckshot punches.
Oh,
and
for
A4
sure.
paper.
Epps airing some grievances he has about the green berries and how they're a lot more powerful.
They are more powerful.
I think they have the ability to one-shot a runner if you're at full health, right?
They always have. They always have. They used to do 6,000 damage, and now they do 8,000 damage. So I guess they're more deadly at a longer range now. I would assume that means.
Nice. That was
Epps
great.
getting a
think-
really fast surgical shotgun clear on the recursives.
That was
Very,
really nice.
very nice. That was risky. And it looks like, in the meantime, Pyromaniac has did a little shopping and got himself a
Yep.
G36.
G36C. It looks like he did not choose to upgrade the magazines at this moment. Still rocking the 30s.
You can do
But he is
you can
one
do a lot
upgrade
with
away
a 30
from the
rounder,
big drumbazine.
Honestly, he probably might get the drum mags later, but for this third hold, they're not necessary just yet.
Yeah, you can get through without him, especially with a good
Hitbox on
shotgun.
this thing is
Honestly, the G36, in my opinion, is one of the god tier rolls. Especially
Yeah,
the,
it really is.
Oh wait, no,
Oh, he does have really
He-
burying the lead,
I guess he
throwing
just,
in the drum mag, but still going single shot here.
Can my controllers stop spazzing?
You'd think
at
you'd
hard to
start
go up.
spending the bullets if you had 150 of them to throw out there, but
I
still
think he
conserving them,
just
I
wanted to
suppose.
surprise us with that one. He knew what was going down. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna really try.
Bro.
yep.
That makes sense.
It is a little bit hard to keep track of two runners at the same time. You kind of have to watch the guy in the action rather than the guy shopping, as much as I love commentating on the shopping.
We all know you like to judge people's taste in pool choices.
Yep. That's
Wait.
what I'm here for.
Wait, the judgmental edition.
That's right.
Yeah.
Last year when I wasn't on the mod team, I kept thinking Dragon could be meaner. Dragon could be so much meaner, and that's why I joined.
This.
Hey, I was a meaner back then. All right, the swarms are up for Pyro, and he is just hosing them down with that G36 with the big drummer mags. And there they go. Not too bad. Getting them all knocked down, and I'd say about, like, what? That was about, like, 4 seconds, maybe 3?
This.
Yep, and since he hasn't taken a hit yet in this hold, I believe he's ahead in the getting shot game.
Yeah, I think Pyro just might have the advantage just because he hasn't been getting shot as much.
So I can't upgrade.
Yeah. Epps took damage in 2 different holds here in hold 3, whereas Pyro's still only been hit the 1 time in hold 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can you stop? Okay.
All right, the recursive is up.
Ooh, this is a long iron sight shot.
Ooh, he is. I'm surprised he's just using irons. What is wrong with this guy?
This is. I think he could be served with closing a little bit of distance on these encryptions.
Yeah,
I don't know if the
he's having
strategy's
a little
working
bit
out
of a
for him.
struggle with the one in that corner there, but there he goes, finally getting it. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting around for more of you assholes.
All right, and now we get to focus on Epps, who just stepped into his 4th hole in Concourse.
The gong course.
Come on, peekaboo. Hey, fuck you too.
And looks like he got himself a Scar H, getting the Mark 17 with the long boy barrel. All right. His stealths are up.
Looking for the last one. Where is it hiding?
And I'm out of ammo. Sweet. This is exactly
Looks
what
like
I wanted
it's
to.
It's got to be somewhere.
I
Is
bet
it hiding
it's, I
behind
bet,
the
oh, there
orb?
it
Oh,
is.
there's
I am just
two of them
Right
right there.
behind them.
That was underwhelming and sad.
Can't believe I didn't see that earlier.
Analyzing system.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't trust that shit.
Honestly, I'm a little
Not letting
surprised
that
Epps
asshole
went
show
for the
up.
battle rifle. He must be just a casual battle rifle enjoyer. Which, you know what?
He got rewarded with the scar long, the scar large and long.
Yeah, I'm not peeking that actually. That is a dumb.
Honestly, I take that back. The M1A is still in the 8-point pool. I was gonna say, I wonder if it's worth it more than the ARs, but
The problem with the 8-point BR pool is that there's the P762, which comes with 20-round mags and stays with 20-round mags.
Analyzing system.
So
Yeah.
it's not the greatest pool. It's only a 1 in 4 chance, but just that 1 in 4, you know.
I feel like
not
that rifle you just mentioned, I feel like that ought to belong in the 6-point battle rifle pool, but or at the least, at the least that it should get a revamp of some sort.
Yeah, it's not a great rifle to roll. But I think if you go for the 10-point battle rifle pool, which is only available in
Eps's regen is up, switching to the shotgun and using infinite ammo to help him clear that regen out just like that.
He is not messing around with that regen.
I wouldn't mess around with the
Time to get
regen.
killed by
That thing can be a real
a stray
stinker.
cosmic ray shutting down my computer or something.
All right, and in the meantime, Pyro has just stepped into his hold.
Okay. It is a bullet boost. Okay.
All right, the stealth is up for Pyro.
Not
Time to see how he handles it.
bags. Okay, running away. I ain't fucking with that shit.
Also having trouble finding all of the stealths. Really taking a second to look around. All right, there we go. I think that was quicker than Epps.
Just a little bit, but these two have been very close in performance-wise. I think the only thing that'll set Pyro apart is his tendency to just matrix dodge these bullets here.
Yeah, I think he is leading in the getting shot race now.
Can you stop doing the
They've
being
both
alive
had
thing,
some
please?
fast
Thank you.
clears and some pretty slow clears.
I
So
noticed
it's really hard to get.
I noticed he's
an
been
idea
doing
of where
like
they're at.
corner peeks. Like he doesn't just he doesn't like step all the way out of
10
cover to
minutes to
aim. He
die.
just kind of does like a half-ass blind fire.
Polymorphic.
All right, his polymorph is up, packing away at it.
Oh, hide over boar, hide over boar.
Ooh, and
Those
he's
carry
got
handle
it. Not
sights.
too bad. Not too bad.
Another one at the end of the shield. Can I afford one?
All right, and he's
No,
got
but I
a
have
lot
more infinite
of firepower to take care of that regen. I suspect he'll just stick with the G36 and just hose it down.
Okay.
I mean, he's got the drum magazine to do it. Like he could probably like give it a good like side by side motion, and just really finish it. Give us like you ever see one of those videos where someone's cutting something and it's like supposed to be like a satisfying like kind of thing? Yeah, we're gonna get one of those.
Okay. It looks like Pyro is choosing to prioritize maintaining hitless rather than control here.
No, I take that back. He's not doing the side by side motion. He's missing cues, but he got it taken down in no time at all.
I think that was pretty comparable to Epps. Might have gotten a little bit faster because of the infinite ammo there, but it wasn't slow at all.
No, it wasn't. These two really just do be keeping pace with each other speed-wise. So if you
Mhm.
were to make a
So if we're
prediction,
ready
right?
to get
And
killed
we're
by
not we're taking we're gonna take
Alrighty.
the no hit bonus out of the equation. Who do you think might be
I
a
can do
li-
this as well.
Who do you think might be ahead?
I think
Thanks, back.
as far as speed during clears, Eps has the advantage here. Pyro had a lot of trouble with his first hold and those recursives in hold 3. Both of those took a while for him to clear.
All right. And while that's all going down, Epps is stepping into their last and final hold here in the hub.
Yep. I think now Epps has a. Is he using his weird headset that he wrote the drivers for himself here?
I don't know. We
Because-
might have to ask him which of the headsets he's using because he has been messing around with other VR headsets.
No, no.
I
Trying
just saw-
to reload the ghost dog. All right,
He
he's
is
got his
under heavy
cascading
fire
down to the
here,
cheesy
crouching
bits.
Under this.
Just got one more.
Fuck's
Oh,
sake.
Got it.
and he's got it. Not
Okay.
too bad, Epps.
Advancing to next system layer.
Actually, I want
Now he said he was catching a lot of green berries during his practice runs, so we hope he doesn't find that same fate. The reason I'm wondering about his headset is it looks like his peripheral vision doesn't seem to be that great. I think we as spectators are seeing a lot more to the left and right than he is.
Yeah, just maybe.
Looks like he's choosing to hold at the bottom. I don't think we've seen a bottom
Give me this.
holder yet
Come here.
here.
Mhm.
He's the first.
All right,
See
he
anything.
just
Oh,
took
he was-
the
was
stealth
working
and
pretty
took
well.
an infinite ammo, and he's going to hammer away at that orthogonal. But is the orthogonal
running
going to play
away.
nice with him?
Kaboom.
Ooh, looks
All
like
right,
it
that was
did.
pretty
Not
good.
too bad. That
Yeah,
was
no,
a
stress the fuck out.
really good orthogonal clear.
Analyzing
So
system.
Can I stop turning spontaneously, please? Thank you. That'd be great.
All right, just one more phase here. The refractive. Now, did you see him if he has a bullet boost? It looks like he's got another infinite ammo dog.
yeah, I don't think there is a bullet boost. So we'll have to see if they choose to like double stuff the refractive with the
That shit
scar
in the
and
gun.
the shotgun he's got.
Mhm.
Which
Now the scar
honestly,
alone isn't that bad on its own. If just hitting the
That's a nade, that's a
refractive
nade,
with
that's a
308.
all right, well we'll have to see how it goes
Oh,
down.
he does
He
have a
does
bullet
have a
boost.
bullet boost
He's
and
just
infinite ammo.
Oh, they shot. my
Oh
fucking-
no, the So6 are playing keep away.
Oh,
But that's
okay.
all right. He was able to get
Almost
a
dead.
single
Okay, I'll
tap
take it.
score
Wait.
on that. Not
1-2-1, great. I'm fucking.
too
I lost.
bad. Ooh.
Cool.
All right, look at your score, Epps.
121-0200.
All right, you jotting that down?
Nap time.
All right, I'll leave that to you then. Well, in that case, Epps is all done with his run, so let's go ahead and focus everything on. Wait, did he take his headset? No, he's just laying. He laying down. He laxing. All right, well, let's go ahead and focus on Pyro then. Hold up. Trying to do this thing here.
Yeah, it sounds like Epps thinks he lost going into that if you could hear his voice, but he is not an optimistic person. So I think
It's-
no matter how well he did, he would
it's
probably.
Fine. Definitely gonna have to wait and see how Pyro handles everything.
Pyro seems
And
to be setting up his
he-
own custom
Is he-
cover
d-
here.
Is he building a fort?
It looks like he is. It looks like the problem he's trying to solve. If you've ever crouched behind one of these barriers, you can still get shot mail slit style through the bottom slit there. We've seen it happen to a few of our
He
runners
is.
too.
He
They think
really
that they're
is
safe
just
crouching
building a
here.
fort. You know, I'm gonna
He is
ask him.
filling up all those little gaps.
I'm gonna have to ask him if girls are allowed in his fort.
He's going for more. Now, there is a lot of cover to be found here, but some of it is explosive, so he's probably not going to pick that up.
I mean, some explosives might help out. You know, set a few traps for the Sosigs.
Oh, he's getting a non-exploding standard squirrel and putting that in the middle. We're back to fort building. This guy is a busy little beaver.
There
here.
it is. Honestly, I'm down for it. Hey, Anton, building mechanics when?
Now you have to be really careful when you're ferrying around those barrels, because if you bash it into a couple walls, you know, repo things lose money when you bash them into walls. Those barrels lose health every time, so they might just blow up in your hand while you're carrying them around.
Mm-hmm. All right. Getting back into his fort here.
This is a kind of we haven't seen any of the other runners kind of build their holds before starting them.
The only downside to those blocks there is the Sosigs can still see through them, so while you are taking cover, the Sosigs will still know you're there and can really put the pressure on you. But either way, his cascading is up. He's got it down to the cheesy bits. Ooh, got himself a laser sight in the meantime. Not too bad. Really just trying to like corner snipe that thing.
You know, if he is able to maintain a hitless run here, he's got to run for it. He has to.
Yeah, he's got to make some moves. There it is. He decided to step out of his comfort zone, and
now he took a lot of time to do that, but he still went hitless. And we know that Epps did not go hitless in his final hold, taking a huge amount of damage before the refractive. And I don't think I know what the power-up dog situation is on Pyro's belt.
Looks like
he's got a bullet boost and
he's got a bullet boost and he's got a ghost dog. So he's definitely, he could use the ghost dog to take out the orthogonal. All right, there's the orthogonal. Oh wow, he is already just packing away at it.
Like
the orthogonal here also being just
sausage here.
Yeah, the orthogonal also being a little kind to Pyro here, letting them just have at it.
Oh wow, it's dancing right there for him. He never even had to move; it came to him.
I'm gonna have to ask these two why the orthogonal decided to be so nice to him. I've never seen the orthogonal be that nice.
We're on to the final phase here. Looks like Pyro is choosing not to put himself in any danger here. Those barriers are taking plenty of damage, but he's not.
I think those particular barriers don't get damaged, though.
Yep, he's still got a ghost dog, so once that encryption pops, I imagine that he'll try and not take any damage by using that.
Alright, the refractive is up, taking the ghost. Ooh, switching to the spas. Got one shot. 2 shots. And there's 3. Not too bad, Pyro.
Well, he went hitless except for that first thing there. That's a 125 8250.
Ooh. Oh, wait, you didn't put the score in though.
I got it. I got
Well,
the score,
It's
Dragon.
not in the winners bracket though.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, I'll trust you. Put it in there later.
Hello.
Gentlemen, good runs, gentlemen.
Salutations.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how do we feel like we did?
Not great.
Okay.
Not great.
It was my PB, but I felt like I screwed that up early game.
Yeah. So
How
it's
can you
GG's for me.
complain about a PB?
There's always
Well-
room for improvement, you know?
Let me
That's fair.
read your scores to each other, and we'll reveal the winner here. Eps came in first with a 1,210,200. But our winner for the day, finishing second, is Pyro with a 1,258,250.
You confused me for a second there.
Yeah.
I did that in the most annoying way possible.
Yes,
So-
that was misleading, and I will never forgive you.
Well,
Oh, I'm
you're
sure
still
you'll
in the tournament, Eps. You will be fighting through the goulash, and Pyro,
mhm.
you will
For better or
heading
worse.
forward here in the wieners bracket.
Better or worse. I might have to take more PTO. I had to take PTO for this match, so I'm glad it was worth it.
Remind me, when's the goulash?
I
The goulash
believe
is
the goulash
next
ain't
week,
for.
isn't
It's not going to be for a couple weeks because next phase we're still doing wieners, and then after that I think we'll do wieners and goulash. Here, let me actually pull up
That-
the
Is that
turning
true?
time.
'Cause I thought we do.
Let me pull it
goulash-
up. Let me pull it up real fast. Let's see. So we should be on week 3. So this is the phase 1
this is-
wieners, and then week 4 will be phase 2 wieners. All right, and then week 5 is going to be, so goulash doesn't start till the 16th.
Cool.
Yeah. So that'll be next week.
Alrighty.
So yeah, on the bright side, you get yourself a nice
No,
solid
you're-
break.
I think you got the wrong schedule there, Dragon. There's 2 schedules confusingly on the thing, and I think it's the one on the right that we're going with.
What?
Yep.
Wait,
I
hold on.
will make sure that Baldric clarifies.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm sure I'll hear about
The one
it.
in the Discord. Yeah, week 3 is phase 1 wieners. Week 4 is phase 2A goulash. Thank you, Baldric,
Mm-hmm.
for clarifying.
All right. Well, I guess in that case, do we have any questions from the folks from chat? Let's see. I'll tell you what. I do have one question. Do you guys think you would have? How do you guys think your score would have been if it was just based purely off of speed? Like, do you guys
If
think
you-
you would have
if there
had
was
a
no-
better
Absolutely
score? or
terrible.
worse?
My score would have been terrible if it was just speed.
I think that's entirely irrelevant, frankly. It doesn't matter.
Mine definitely would have been like I had some awkward slow holds there.
Mhm.
We don't know who either of your opponent is yet, but it'll either be Avanon or Fractal Engineer for Pyro.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess, yeah, I don't really have too many questions about your guys' run. Your runs were pretty solid.
Yep.
So I guess just for the hell of it, if you guys could have any gun out of the operator Ori pool, like in real life, which one would you want to have?
Ooh, that's a tough question. Because, I mean, there are a lot of cool, rare things in this pool. Like, the G11 is in the Ori pool.
Mhm.
For me, it's the Glompson.
Ooh, fair point. Honestly, if we're talking like from a practical perspective, I kind of want the Mateva 6, the Sayunika. That's one of the starting
Yeah.
ones you can get in this, and that would be super cool. I love that thing. Just shout out to Emilio Shoni. Got to be one of the most aesthetically minded gun designers out there.
We've got Baldric asking, Epps, how do you feel about joining him in the goulash?
Just because it's Baldric, great. If anyone else asks me, I'm on the verge of suicide.
Hey, you know what? I'll tell you what. We'll
He's
see. We'll see.
kidding,
We'll see if we
everyone.
can't. We'll see if we can't set it up to where it's you and Baldric right off the rip.
Honestly, that's an ass whooping I'd be up for.
All right, so everybody, our next match will be in 10 minutes, featuring Gerald Violence Blimson and Zegger.
Oh God, that guy.
That Gerald guy, yeah.
No, I was talking
Violence
about Zegger.
is
I
his
actually never
middle
met
name.
Zegger. I'm kidding.
All right, well,
All right. Well, I
I think
guess
that's the end of this one.
We got the scores in, the questions answered. Do we have any final words for each other or for chat?
Not really.
I only have one word.
What's up?
Pseudo hypoparathyroidism.
I agree.
And with that's a great word to end it on, everybody.
All right. Well, to everyone who's still watching, you stay hydrated, keep practicing, and we will see you in the next First to Worst. You all take care.
Have a good one, everybody.